Okay, guys, this is the last section on exponents, and I'm actually even condensing these notes down and changing things up a little bit to make it a little bit easier on you, but also just because I know you can rewind and go back and rewatch this again, I think that we don't need to spend a ton of time talking about it. So today what you're going to see are things in exponential form, like x to the a over b, and they're going to have rational exponents, which means they're going to have exponents that are fractions. And what we're going to end up doing is converting these. So this is considered to be exponential form. Exponential form, sorry. Talking and writing at the same time. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to take something from exponential form and we're going to convert it to radical form. And when you take something that's an exponential form and convert it to a radical form, it's going to have a radical. So any radical form will have a radical. That's like a root sign. And whatever the base is, that goes underneath the root. The top number in your fraction is actually the exponent with your variable. The bottom number is the root that you are taking. It could be a 2, so a square root, or a 3 for a cube root. But whatever this is, it goes right here. And go formative, oh, I'm sorry, it should be a B. Go formative, actually, when you type this in or when you go to the keyboard, it opens up this little area for you. So it's kind of like lends itself really well to go formative. So there's not a lot of math to be done here. You're just going to be doing conversions. So I'm really not going to do, like I said, a ton of examples. It's going to be more you getting comfortable with how to convert. So we're going to actually jump down here. If you have these note packets, I'm sorry, I'm jumping around a little bit. So we are going to take, I'm even going to switch this one up. We're going to take x to the 3/5 and we're going to write it in radical form. We're also going to take y to the 5 over 2 and convert that to radical form. So they're both in exponential form, and I'm going to do one at a time. So when it's in exponential form, this 3, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to label these with an A and a B so that I know where they go with my radical form. So the 3 is like the A and the 5 is like the B. So my radical form says to take the square root or the root of whatever the base is. The A goes with the value that's underneath, and then the B is the actual root. So here I'm going to write a root. This is an X. A in this case, though, is the number 3, and B is 5. And that is it. That's all you're doing today is converting. So there's no multiply, there's no dividing these. It's just going from one form to the other. So for this one, for y to the 5 over 2, the 5 is your A, the 2 is your B. So we write our radical because it's in radical form. Now in this case, we do have a y. A, which is on top, goes with the y as the exponent, and the bottom B is your root. So whenever you write a radical, it's basically, you automatically assume that it's a square root. So if you want to write it like this, you absolutely can. However, you will never see it written like this. If there is a root of 2, they actually don't put the 2 there. So it'll end up looking like this. So if you ever come across a root that has nothing written right here, there's technically a 2, which I know is weird because usually when we don't see numbers and there really is a number there, it's a 1. But with radicals, it's a 2. I know, it's weird. The thing is that you can rewind these back and rewatch again. So let's look at 2 more before I move on to the other things that you're going to be doing. So if I give you y, I'm even changing these up, to the 3/8 and z to the 2/5, and I want to write them in radical form, again, this is my A, this is my B. I write my radical, I put y underneath, A is the exponent, B is my root, and that's it. And same thing here. I'm writing this in radical form, so I write my radical, put the letter underneath, variable, and this is A, this is B. A is my exponent, B is my root. And that is how you write those, from exponential form to radical form. Now, the other thing you are going to have to do is you're going to be given something in radical form, and now they want you to write it in exponential form. So when it's all said and done, it has to look like this. So first thing they give you is square root of a cubed. So let's remember, kind of like what we did here, in terms of our radical form, the exponent with the value we think of as a, and then the root is b. So this is like, I know it's confusing because there's an a there, but a, and then our root is b. So we take the variable, in this case, and then the exponent is going to be a, which is 3, over the root, which remember, if they don't give you the root, it's 2. And that's it. So let's take a look at this one. So if they give us, and sometimes they put them in parentheses, I'm not really sure why. It's kind of annoying, but it's nice for you to see. So again, exponent is a, root is b. So we take the letter here and raise it to the a over b power, 2 over 5. Exponent always goes on top. And that's it. Let's take a look at 2 more. So again, they give us cube root of x squared. So this is like our a, this is our b. So you take the variable and raise it to the exponent over the root. And that's it. Last one. And then you're off and running on your assignment to try it out. So this is an exponent, so that's an a. Your root, remember your root's not written there, but we know what it is. Take your variable, raise it to the exponent over, do you remember what that is? It's not a 1, don't put a 1, it's a 2. So try these out today. If there's any issues, we'll definitely be revisiting these tomorrow as we review for your exponent quiz on Friday. But don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions.